What's good, people? Um, just got done from a shift at work. Every day feels like the same thing. Wake up, go to work, get the money, pay the bills, try to survive. I remember being a kid and seeing the world and feeling like the entire thing was like at my disposal. And to a degree, it still is, but it's becoming harder and harder to believe that I can just do whatever I want, whenever I want, make the world whatever I want it to be, make my life whatever I want it to be. It doesn't feel like we're really living anymore. It just feels like we're trying not to die. Because the system truly is rigged against you. Um, Society doesn't really care about you in terms of your health, your livelihood, the way you make your money. It's all kind of just like get the money to survive. Um, American diet is terrible, and the diet in and of itself makes you really unhealthy, and therefore you have to go to the doctor, the hospital, which will prescribe you drugs that won't actually solve the problem. It just covers up your bullet wound with a band-aid, and you have to keep taking those drugs in order to feel okay with your life. Anyway, that's a whole nother side tangent. Um, Life just doesn't feel the same anymore because uh, when you're a kid, you kind of have this very innocent, very I'm gonna do what I want to do. I want to be an astronaut. I want to own my own restaurant. I want to do what I want with the world. And when I was a kid, I wanted to own a sushi restaurant. That sounds weird to me now because I don't think I would ever do that. When I was a kid, I used to want to be a UFC fighter. Why? I have no idea. I don't even know the motivations for some of these things that I used to want. But just that like liveliness in wanting to do things, I no longer have. Like it just honestly, no victim mentality. It just feels like life is dry. Like the soul has been sucked out of it because we have to work these jobs that we don't really want to work in order to make a living for a life that we are simply trying to get by in and not thrive. And I'm getting tired of waking up to the same old thing every day because that's not living. That's just surviving. And unless of course you have like a lucky spawn in this life, you're born with rich parents into a rich family, or maybe you got lucky with a really nice paying corporate job that pays you a lot. There really isn't a balance because if you have that kind of job that's paying you a good chunk of money, that becomes your entire life and you are living to work. You're living to work and the only thing that's keeping you afloat is that job that you don't really like. The thing I always say is the goal is to do a job that doesn't feel like work. It just feels like you're living. And that's something that not a lot of people get to experience because, like I said, modern society kind of sucks. It sucks. Um, I know that I play a part in not living the life that I want to live right now because there's some things that I didn't act on in the past that I should have acted on, and now we're here because of my inaction, and that is on me. But the other part is not. The other part is where I would say the majority of people are struggling. They are simply working to maintain a life that they're not asking to live, that they don't actually want to continue living. And for the majority of the population, it kind of just feels like they're living to survive, and that it's nothing else really. There's no thriving, there's no saving money. You're kind of just living to get by. And I guess the main highlight of this video is to say that the joy seems to be gone. And of course, like you can always make your own joy. You can make your own happiness. You can create the life that you want to live, but you ever see those random thought? You ever see those old commercials from the like 80s, 90s, early 2000s where it's like a retro commercial. It's a commercial for a toy, or maybe it's for McDonald's showcasing a new Happy Meal toy. And the toy actually looks fun. Maybe it's a Nerf gun, maybe it's what do you call those? Those pillows that used to fold. I forgot what those were called. But the toys were made to last. The kids were having fun in the commercial. They still do in these modern commercials, but things used to be built to last. Now they're built, they're made, they're designed to fall apart. And that's what it feels like we're living in right now. We're just continuously we are continuously living a life that we are simply maintaining and not building upon. And I miss the old McDonald's toys that actually had value, that actually had longevity to them. In case you're wondering, this is not about McDonald's toys. This is about something much greater. Anyway, these are just my thoughts for today. Thanks for watching.